Good evening, everyone. I told you we'll stop there, but I felt better to tell you about those two chapters, just to feel that I'm comfortable. I covered everything, and mostly you don't need those two for the assignment. If you need something on sustainability that you have already studied or came across, but I'll just focus on the most important ones you might need, or at least to give you an idea about integrating sustainability, and we'll come across some of those, not all of them, so I'm not going to go over them now. I'll just focus on the meaning of sustainability, which is not new for you. The main thing here is focusing on meeting your needs as a business, as a people, as individuals, whatever, meeting your needs for now without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their needs. Means what? As a business, make use of whatever is possible or available for you as a business in the market, in the as a natural resources, whatever, but without harming the coming generation. Yani, do not exhaust those resources. Make chance for coming generation to make use of it. For example, if you are a manufacturing company, and for example manufacturing furniture, let us say furniture, in this case, most of those organizations are renting or making long-term contracts, cutting those forests and jungles, those trees for wood, and they leave the place like that, destroyed. So the better thing is, which they came to do now recently, not recently, a few years ago, when they realized this problem. Before leaving, whenever you cut trees down, just replant some trees there. It will take time, ages to grow and be big as the ones that you cut down, so for the coming generation to use. And this also was imposed by those organizations who are after the human rights, because they are thinking of the needs of the coming generation, which is good. And all available resources that can be used and kept for others is the same. Also, if you remember here, they stopped catching fish from the region, small fish, and destroy them. They stop big companies to do that. Why? Because they want those fish to grow for the coming generation to use, and so on. This is the idea of sustainability. Make use of what you need without affecting, harming the coming generation needs. Okay, and the main three pillars for that, considered as pillars, are economic, environmental, and social, which is known as profits, planet, and people. And you will see it in the diagram. I'm not going to focus on the diagram, just to give you, it depends mainly on economical issues, environmental issues, and social issues. Those three are forming the sustainability, or the main pillars for sustainability. In number 4, what is integrating sustainability? You know now what is sustainability. Now integrating that, it means what? Integrating sustainability is the idea here. The idea here is to put a clear and shared interpretation of sustainability in order to find solutions to present problems of sustainable development. To find or explore solutions to present problems, find them, solve them, of unsustainable development. Why? Because they don't want others who are coming after to face such problems. So whenever you come across something that might stop sustainability, try to solve it. And the second one, corporate sustainability, is the integration of a human value and institution. We know that. If you want your organization to sustain, to continue to remain, it requires integration, help, support of a human and the institute as a rules or regulation, strategy, whatever. This is what I said. There are the three main pillars. I'm not going to focus on. I just want to give you an idea, just to make sure that you have covered those chapters. The main pillars we talked about: economical, social, and environmental one. Expanding the traditional economic aspect to include environmental and social. Yes, long time ago, the focus was only on economical as the main pillar for sustainability, but with the new coming things in the market, with the development, they noticed that environmental and social dimensions are also important to create more sustainable businesses. I think they are clear. Integrating sustainability, we talked about this one. No need to focus to repeat the answers. What is sustainability strategy? It is the strategy that is prioritizing a set of actions focusing on investment and driving performance, as well as engage internal and external stakeholders. So to put a strategy for sustainability, you need to have a priority, a set of priorities of actions focusing on investment and drive performance, how performance is moving. Why? With the participation also of internal and external stakeholders. This is the idea of forming the sustainability strategy. Sustaining competitive advantage. If you want to gain a competitive advantage in the market, that means remaining for a long period of time continuously, like Toyota. These are the competitive advantages. So go over them. I was looking at them. They look not difficult. Sustaining price-based advantage, price-based differentiation, and lack in achieving size, market dominance, and first move advantage, reinforcement, redress and informants. So lack in achieving size. Sometimes you might face a problem in that, so try not to lock in achieving size. So always try not to be controlled by this amount of size. Try to always increase, putting in mind sustaining. Whenever you grow, not locking in one area, you are increasing, you are developing. This is the idea here. This is summary of what we have mentioned. You can go over it. Examples of sustainability. Here are two examples, and I gave you an example at the beginning, which is cutting trees and replanting trees, and also the other example I mentioned two examples at the beginning. Read those two and refer back to the previous ones. It seems more than enough. What are the benefits of integrating sustainability in the corporate strategy? If I want this type of integrating sustainability in my strategy, I should look at three most important parts. The main benefits for that: lower operating cost. Always try to follow or cheap operational costs, so that will lead also to lower prices. Most people, they want that. Most customers after low price with quality. Younger generation and sustainability. Make sure your business has a chance for the coming generation. Don't face that problem which now these governments are doing. They are the problem. Before they didn't think of that. So now the solution, what they maintain, is kicking out the old people and replacing it with the new people, which might cause a problem also in the future, and you might see. So therefore, a younger generation, make sure you are always inserting or putting or infusing or feeding the organization with young generation from time to time. Put a new power, put a new people with the new ideas, with the new skills. So this is the idea of sustaining, one of the benefit. Sustainability and employment opportunity. Always when you are growing, expanding in the right way, legally, you are having a chance for employing other people. And read the important point regarding this. When you do sustainability in a well strategic way, then the responsibilities will be maintained. When you are thinking of sustainability from the beginning, when you are forming your organization, when you are putting the strategy for the organization, make sure that the sustainability is one part of it. Then the responsibility will be maintained well in the organization. simultaneously lowering operational cost. When you lower the cost as point number one, and keeping shareholders satisfied also, when you lower the cost, how they are satisfied, you will gain a lot of customers, of course, with many other things like brand quality إلخ كل هذه الأشياء. So this way the stakeholders are satisfied, because when you gain more customers, the profit is going to increase even when you have a lower operational cost. Here are the major 6 advantages for pricing sustainability. I went through them. They are easy. Yes, let me just check. Yeah, the benefits. Yeah. Okay, the benefits, the major advantages. It improves. Why sustainability, or practicing sustainability, putting it in my strategy, bearing in mind all these from the beginning? Because it improves brand image and competitive advantage, increases productivity and reduces cost, increase business ability to comply with regulations, to go along with rules and regulations without having conflicts, problems, attract employees and investors. Every day you are updating, you need employees, you need a new generation, you need a new blood. This is the idea of that. Reduce waste, make stakeholders happy. I think they are very easy, so just go over them. Non-sustainability, I don't want to go over it, but I can say competitive advantage, not maybe. You cannot, in some cases, you cannot maintain sustainability if there is a threat of substitutions. If you have a threat of, we talked about threat of substitutions in the second assignment, if there is a kind of that thing, a kind of threat on substitutions, then the sustainability of that business won't be there, or might be in danger. Go over this again, which is not difficult. And the last one, it gives you an example. Expert system or IT solutions. It's clear. Challenges, go over the challenges of sustainability. I also went through that. No problems in that. They are easy, and you can just read them. You will know them. This is the main thing about this chapter. The conclusion, I took all points from here and there, the most important things, and I kept them in this slide. Just to give you like a short summary of the idea or the main thing in integrating sustainability. This is the end of this chapter. And the coming chapter, which is chapter 13, I'm not going to go over that, because that was focusing on strategy in different contexts. And we discussed the idea of strategy earlier in detail. The main thing in chapter 13, there are parts might be new for you, which is the model of exploring strategy model. I was planning to give you this live in class together, just for yourself to have more ideas on exploring strategy model, which model is beneficial for you. But it's not going to affect the assignments, has nothing to do with the assignments, and there is no exam, so we'll leave it for now, because it has a lot of points related to each other. I don't want to disturb you with that. Once it's not related to your third assignment, so ignore it. All the best. And I just want to note, to show you, bring to your attention something. I just started marking the second assignment, but unfortunately I was insisting to pay attention to the parts of each question. Unfortunately, I just finished 5 students. 2 of them, they missed a lot because of those parts. They answer a part and they leave the second part. Or once they remember, they come to a very short sentence to give me an idea. It's not like that. This way you will lose marks. So pay attention to the coming third assignment, which is out of 30. Make sure you cover the 2 parts. Make sure, if the question has, not all of them, there are some questions which is general, nothing to do with Toyota. That means it's very easy. Just find something in the net and make it relevant coherent, the ideas are linked to each other. Make sure you write introduction or background information about Toyota, not both of them, one of them, and make sure to write a short summary. A short summary doesn't mean 2 or 3 sentences. Also, it has marks. This time it's not only 2, it might be 4, I forget that. But pay attention to that. All the best. Within 3, maximum 3-4 days, you will see the marks of the second assignment. Thank you.